Welcome guys, it's Greg Ferris back here at Ferris for Fitness, and this will be my first week summarizing my Madcow intermediate routine that I've been running. So this video is really going to talk about, I'm probably going to talk about the whole thing, talk about what it is, setting it up, and also talking about what the changes I've made to it. So essentially Monday, as you can see, is a full body day. The main emphasis are squatting and bench pressing. So this was a 275 for 5 here. If you watch my previous videos, you know it's not incredibly heavy for me. I think my last set on 531 was a 315 for 3. But it's recommended with this program that you start relatively light, just similar to 531. And then by your 3rd or 4th week, you should start to like really feel it. And then hopefully go the full 12 weeks. And I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but again, I'll post up my exact routine kind of with my numbers on Google Docs and also kind of the original program down below in the description box. So right after that, I went bench press. Again, these are ramp up sets. So this was my top set here at 190 for 5. So it's a little bit less volume than I was used to with 531 because I'm just having really one top heavy set for my main movements. And then again, after that, it's just really accessory stuff. So again, I needed to hit some hamstring stuff, so I went with some RDLs. I go back and forth with dumbbells and barbells here. And then you see some other stuff, just some weighted chins for some back. Did some Bulgarian split squats for some more leg work, and then some seated dumbbell shoulder press for another press work. So again, that's all in all about 6 exercises, which is about as much as I can handle with a full body routine. They're pretty taxing workouts. I haven't done them in quite some time. So that was Monday's routine. And moving on to Wednesday, again, full body, squatting again, this time with overhead press and also deadlift. So Wednesday is quite a bit different than the Monday and Friday squat days because it's not very taxing. It's more of just like a light day, working on your form and things like that. So this was a 140, I think it's my first set, 140 for 5. I think I hit 170 for 5, and then it's actually only 4 working sets, or 4 sets total. So I hit, my top set was 205 and did it for 2 sets. So again, just 205 for 5, definitely nothing crazy. But again, after Monday's workout, I was pretty damn sore, so this felt good. And Friday I had a good squat day too, so maybe something to this kind of light day in between Monday and Friday squatting. So I really like that. And again, full body routines I'm not really familiar with, but I really liked my sessions Monday and Wednesday. Again, they were really taxing. The movements, as you'll see, are pretty the bread and butter stuff, not a lot of isolation stuff. You have to be really efficient with your full body workouts. Pick a lower body push-pull, upper body push-pull, maybe like a core movement. That's a really good way to do it if you're not on a program. But overall, satisfied with my form too. I haven't talked about that much, but my depth's been really good. I've been motivated to work on my mobility a lot more. Just trying to get like 15 to 20 minutes in a day. I had a little pain on my shoulder about 2 weeks ago, and just cranked out the mobility with it, and it's really been nice, and it's pretty much gone. So can't stress that enough. Mobility for people and stretching. So I put this in here to kind of show you guys kind of the benefits of filming yourself. If you see here, it looks like I'm pressing the bar like literally behind my head, and I went and watched that set again. It was a really light set. I think it was my first one. And after I watched it, I realized that, and I kind of made an adjustment. So again, this is a really good learning tool that people don't realize. So you see this set here, again, this was a lighter set, 100 for 5, but still, my form was a lot better, and I maybe would have not have done that if I wouldn't have filmed myself in the gym. So it's not all just for YouTube, right? It is beneficial. So this was my top set, was 130 for 5. This was not as easy as I anticipated. Probably because my form was really crappy after I watched this. My elbows are dropping. I'm kind of keeping it away from me. So I really needed to focus more on form with this. But it's nice to also be overhead pressing still in this program because I really like that movement. So after the light squatting and the overhead press, I also deadlifted. Similar fashion, a ramp up set. It's 4 sets of 5, and this is the 4th set. This was a 305 for 5. Again, this wasn't incredibly hard, but again, the program isn't set up so the first week you're going to kill yourself. So I really like that, but it wasn't easy either. and I was having some grip issues here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but not really like locking out completely. And then the 5th rep was really just sketchy with the lockout. I was kind of getting upset with that. I probably need to invest in some chalk, but even though I am really focusing on my program, benching and squatting with this Madcow, I also would be deadlifting too, so I should be able to increase that number as well. So this was my dumbbell shoulder press. I believe those were 85s there. Again, it was nice because I pretty much had no shoulder pain here. And then other than that, some dumbbell rows, so a horizontal row as opposed to a vertical row that I did on Monday. And then just some more leg work because my legs really didn't get much from those light squats. But afterwards, Thursday I was thrashed, so I kind of maybe underestimated those deadlifts when I did some hack squats afterwards. But so those are my 2 full body days. And then moving on to Friday, which is a lower body day. This day is set up a lot like my other upper lower days are, to be honest with you guys. So again, this is my top set here. This is a 3 now. So I increased the weight by 5 pounds. It was 270 for 5. Now it's going to be 280 for 3 on this day. So again, this wasn't incredibly difficult, but it's nice to kind of relax, I guess, as much as you can with that much weight on your back. And work on your form for a few weeks before you start to set some PRs. And then after your heavy set on Friday, what I also do is, I don't want to call this a back off set, but it's just a little bit higher reps. This was, I don't even remember, maybe 205 for an 8, I guess. So again, the bench press set up this way also. And then now the following Monday, I will squat again, and I believe I'll just try to hit that 280 for 5. And you kind of repeat that sequence. Some weeks it goes up by 5 pounds, some weeks it goes up by 10 pounds, but that's kind of how it's set up. That Monday you hit a certain rep for a 5, and then that following Friday you hit it for a triple, or you hit, 5 or 10 more pounds for a triple, and then you try to add reps to that. So you try to add weight, add reps, add weight, add reps, just kind of go back and forth with that. So this was a new movement I threw in, good mornings. I really probably need to work on my form here, so I put up a few sets of this. I believe this was 155, and I did another set at 160. So I really think this will help me with my kind of whole posterior chain staying tight in movements like the squat and the deadlift. I've recently taken up like meditation. Not that that's incredibly important with this video, but I even have a difficult time just standing, arched lower back and not just kind of a hunched over upper back, with my thoracic. I have a hard time just doing that for 5 minutes when I meditate. So I really think I need to kind of work on my whole spinal erectors from my traps all the way down to my lower back and my hamstrings and glutes as well. So hopefully this really helps out with that. Again, I don't really feel like it's rate limiting in my squat right now, but again, this is a great exercise and I really just need to focus on it more. So I'll probably have this substituted in sometimes like with RDLs or straight leg deadlifts or something like that. So, and I really enjoyed it, so that's kind of important too, right? Any kind of tips I can get to as far as how to do this exercise better. If you guys have any like exercise demonstrations for me, that'd be incredibly helpful because I haven't done that exercise in a very long time. And this was just some accessory work. Again, you see the volume's a little bit higher on these lower days, but pretty similar to my other lower days if you watched my videos in the past. And then my last session today was bench press. So again, this was set up a lot like the squat day was. This was not my top set. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. I hit 195 for 3. So again, a 5-pound increase from what I hit on Monday. And then I followed up with a set of 8, I think at 145. So it was actually fairly easy for me today. This was a big thing for me today. I PR'd on incline dumbbell press. I actually PR'd on this last week with the 75-pound dumbbells for reps. And then now I just PR'd on it with more weight for the 80. So I really like this movement. I like to get some dumbbell pressing into along with my OHP and obviously the bench press. So hopefully that continues to climb. And this was my vertical row for the day, my vertical pull. It's just a hammer strength, lat pull down, underhand. Really like this movement. I used to actually do this with both hands at the same time, but I decided to try it out with one today. I really like this. So again, my upper and lower routines are pretty similar to what I was doing with 531. They're just a little more emphasized on the big movement now. So this was some more accessory work I did today. I also did the hammer strength iso row for a horizontal row, and then quite a bit of accessory work isolation work, as you see there. I probably won't ever do 4 like I did today. I also did abs, and so I'll probably usually cut that down to maybe like 2 or 3 isolation movements, but I had some time on the weekend today, so I just wanted to train, but it was pretty difficult to keep up with all that volume. So that's pretty much it, guys, with how I set up things. Again, I'll post all the information below on the original Madcow Intermediate, which is a 3-day program, and then you can obviously just see how that differs from mine. The main thing I did was switch it from a 3-day routine to a 4-day routine and take out the barbell rows. So that's my big 3 for the week, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like it, like the video, and I'll see you next week.